All right, so we are PAWS, Portable Animal Welfare System. I'm Brad.
I'm John.
I'm Cooney.
And H. So a lot of you guys probably have pets, and the biggest source of anxiety with pets is what's going on while I'm not there. Are they bothering the neighbors if they're barking? Are they getting sick? Or what kind of stuff's going on in their environment? And so professionals that handle these animals, they have problems with that too, like at animal shelters and here at the vet school. So our idea was to build a compact, portable network of sensors that you can put in their environment that'll give you that data when you're gone. So it's going to measure the air quality, as in carbon dioxide, temperature, and humidity. It measures sound, so if they're barking a lot, making a lot of noise, we would tell that. And also it measures the amount of ambient light, so if they're not getting enough light in there, it can cause a lot of stress. And so our product, it charges via USB, and we put our data straight on the cloud, so it's available right away as soon as we collect it. And you can look at it anywhere that you want. And we build everything from the ground up, so we're doing our designing and our construction of the board and everything else in-house. So we're doing it all in one place, so that minimizes the amount of cost that we have.
A little bit of an overview of our system. We have both environmental measurements in 4 different sensors. We measure air quality with both a carbon dioxide sensor and temperature and humidity, which is both in one sensor. Those are both useful. Carbon dioxide specifically for an indirect measurement of air quality around the environment of an animal. Animal stress can be monitored, especially with an animal like a dog, which does excessive barking in moments of stress, can be monitored pretty easily with our microphone and audio sensing equipment. And we measure ambient light to make sure the animal's environment is well lit. For battery and power, we have a battery and a power system that can be active with several hours on a single charge, and we can recharge with very simple USB battery chargers used for your phones.
Oh, so this is our release design 3D render. The CO2 is a cozier hanging off the board, ambient lights in the bottom left, temp humidity on the opposite side, and then an audio jack where you can plug in any 3.5mm audio headphone or microphone. And the enclosure, we selected to fit our PCB on either side. We'll have slots to make sure that air is ventilated. It's a clear top, so ambient light still gets through.
So the way our board gets power is we're using a 3.7 LiPo battery. As Brad mentioned earlier, the way it's charged is using a USB mini cable and plug it in through the wall outlet. And so when the battery is fully charged, it goes to our PSOC regulator, which regulates the voltage to 3.3 volts, which then turns on the PSOC 5. And then once the PSOC's on, we can enable a pin high onto the sensor regulator, which regulates it to 3.3 volts once again, and then turns on all the sensors and XP.
So this is all our digital communications. We have 2 UART blocks, 1 I2C, and then an ADC, 2 ADCs. So this is the cozier, which measures the CO2. That's the ambient light sensor, which measures the light intensity. And then there's the temperature humidity sensor, the XP itself, and then the audio. And then that's our PSOC.
So here's a look at the various sensors that we use. So we've gone over these a few times, but do it one more time. So on the top right, we have a microphone. That's just to pick up the audio. We have the carbon dioxide measurement. It's got a warm-up time of 3 seconds, so we have to start it, wait 3 seconds, and then collect our data. Over here, we have a humidity temperature sensor. Other groups using the same sensor. That one uses very low power also, 0.5 milliwatts, sorry. And this is the ambient light sensor. So this converts a light intensity to a frequency. So the brighter the light you're shining on it, the higher frequency it's going to output.
This is our state machine. There's 2 modes. There's an awake mode and a sleep mode. So it initializes on awake mode. Awake mode measures samples data for about 10 seconds or so. And then when the wake bit is turned off, it goes into sleep mode for about 15 minutes. And then the wake bit will turn on after 15 minutes and then just go back into awake mode and collect data again.
So this is our pie chart for power consumption. The mic and light takes the most power, and this is because their idle time and their measurement time is the exact same, and we're running it for like 10 seconds compared to the other sensors whose idle time is way less than the measurement time. And then after those two, it's the PSOC regulator, the cozier, the XV, and the temp humidity is like 10 to the negative 7 current consumption, which is pretty much negligible.
So for the graphs, this is our awake period. So every 15 minutes we'll turn on our device. The device will be on for about 15 seconds. The breakdown is we'll start the cozier and then we'll measure it, measure the cozier, measure temperature, humidity, and light, and then 5 is audio and light. Yeah.
We have a short marketing video to show all of you.
Turn it up on YouTube.
Yeah, hold on. Dang it. How do you rewind it? The things on YouTube. Oh, there. Not sure what happened there.
Animals who are not in a perfect environment. You're probably not around to watch them 24 hours a day. UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine, which is also a challenge. Create a compact, portable, wireless sensor network that can monitor an animal's condition 24 hours a day.
Hey, questions?
Did somebody at the vet school approach you, or did you kind of go looking for?
That's a good question.
We were actually.
Did somebody at the vet school approach you guys, or did you go looking, or have the idea on your own?
How did the project originate?
It originated with Danae Wagner, who is a representative of the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. And after we talked with her, she actually pointed us to a good testing site, which would be the Yellow County Animal Shelter in Woodland. So both of those people we have communicating on what kind of things need to be monitored in every environment, and we get feedback from them on like whether or not our sensors are necessary and like what the components of the project should be.
It's actually happened in the end of the summer with people from San Francisco Zoo and also the vet med people. They're interested in creating some remote monitor site. So that's typically where the animals are densely packed in the building, like an animal shelter or a vet school. You need to be able to monitor animals make noise and whatever is happening there. So that's the first step in that direction. Other questions?
How much does one unit cost?
How much does one unit cost? How much do you want to pay? How much does that?
Have to ask.
The carbon dioxide sensor itself is 109. Each one of the humidity temperature sensors are about $1.25 each. Ambient light's about the same. So with that and the PCB on top of it, you're looking at around $150.
It's mostly CO2, and if you don't have to track that, then it'd be about 30.
Much cheaper, yeah.
That's why we cost $500. Any other questions? Good. Thank you very much.